Good evening and welcome to a special exclusive episode of the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. On tonight's episode, you will see the 2022 Monroe Falcons Ice Hockey Banquet, along with behind-the-scenes features and post-banquet interviews. The Doug Siravo Show, up next. What do you think about Ben Simmons?
Let's just say, I can't say it on the air. Let's just say, if that was hockey, he would not be playing in the same team.
Oh, for sure. James, Kevin says he has notes for me. Bring him in, please. Thank you. Sit down, please. So Wednesday, the banquet starts at 7 o'clock. I want to get there for 6. So try to be here around 5:30, just where we could go over everything, get the camera ready. I can show you how to set it up, all right?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll see you then.
Yep.
And that was the light in my life when I needed it the most. I hope that's the speech. Hopefully it touches a lot of hearts. James should be here any moment. That's James coming along. James, how are you, buddy? Pretty good. Just finished my speech. Ready for this? Yes. Of course, there's the press waiting for me. Let me go to answer these questions. So James just arrived. We're about to head to Forsgate for the banquet. It's going to be a great event. Any questions, feel free to ask, but I got to get going soon.
Are you looking forward to this event?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great event. We have great people. It's going to be a great event. Lots of people. They're highly respected in everything they do, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Is there anything different compared to last year's event?
I think this one's going to be bigger and better than ever before. The last 2 years it was COVID. We had one virtual. Last year we had it outside, so I'm looking forward to this one. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Can you sign?
Sorry, I can't.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm glad to see that all players, families, and friends are in good health. I do have to say, I'm a little thankful that I can get a boss here tonight. Anyways, it's awesome to see everyone. It's really kind of been a little boring since the season ended. I really miss everyone, so it's not to kind of be here. So, really all joking aside tonight, we recognize the accomplishment of the group of young men in this room. We recognize their ability to persevere and exceed expectations in times of really uncertain. Despite coaching changes and transportation issues, the pandemic, they really managed to do something great this year. And that's, it's awesome that we're kind of all able to be together to celebrate that. So, this past year, our program continued to take great strides to the betterment of its future. Our players excelled on the ice against GNC rivals, as well as in the classroom. It is easy balancing the rigor of being student athletes, which is no easy task. So just before dinner, I just wanted to share some highlights, and then after dinner, I'll introduce Doug for tonight. So most obviously, our players played like champions. Between being victorious in a must-win game over Monroe, securing our second victory over St. Joe Precaution program history. it really was a fun and exciting year. We finished third at the GNC conference and received 11th in our state bracket. We were a few bounces away from being crowned GNC champions, and that's pretty remarkable to get state. However, none of this would have been possible without the commitment, leadership, and pride that all these young men showed. Every day that I showed up to the ring, I was reminded of one of Herschel's quotes. When you pull on that jersey, you represent yourself and your teammates. And the name on the front of the jersey is a hell of a lot more important than the name on the back. There's something unparalleled about putting on that uniform, focusing on the common goal, and working forward with others, and teammates, and friends. As we recognize the individual accomplishments, keep in mind that every one of you had an impact this year. That's kind of all I got for just my opening words. After dinner we'll get kind of a little more into the individual awards, but again, I couldn't be more honored to be here, and it really is just great for the opportunity to have been your coach this year. Introduce our MC for the evening, Doug Siravo.
All right, so welcome to another banquet. I've been out of high school for 10 years, so this feels pretty old for me. But it's always my honor to be here. I've done a lot of events the last few years, from a political event to a multicultural event. But coming from Monroe, this is truly my home. I love it here. This was a great season. Besides this being emotional for me, I wasn't sure if I was going to be here if I just started a job. Unfortunately, thank God I was able to come for a few games, play-by-play. Thanks to my brother James, he ran the camera for me, made it a lot easier for me. I didn't miss any goals this year like I did last year. I lost my voice a few times, thanks to Nicholas Izzo in that overtime goal. Logan Berkshire with a few good saves, Joseph Consistenti, John Bono gave me a signature call. It's Bono time, so thank you for that. And now I'd like to call my former teammate and coach Alex Van Driesen to do the freshman and sophomore.
So if you guys could just come on up, this way, and Coach Felice give you the letters there. All right, so got quite a few freshmen and sophomores who are on the team. So from the freshmen, you got Evan Berkshire. Christian Fama. Then another one, pleased to have one of my former students who lives here, Nico Ian. Another former student from middle school, Siravo. We also have Cameron Schwartz. Finally, got a bit of a late start from injury, but definitely an impact. Lincoln Walter. On to the sophomores. Very talented sophomore class here. So we have Vincent Amabile. And then everybody's favorite, Joe Conoscenti. All right, great player, great student, Nick Turinas. All right, we have first team all GMC, Nicholas Igur. All right, another defenseman here, Graham Kane. And we've got Hot Wheels himself, Nick Kozlowski. Despite calling his name out a lot, that's even going to do my best on it. Show me with all of you. Justin Tanjuto. Pass off the name for the junior class to Coach Felice.
Take your time with that.
Starting our junior class, Dylan Bono. That's all the morning, so I decided now 30 birthday. Peter Hudson. On to our senior class, John Bono. Kyle Connolly. Ethan DeStefano. Vismay Igur. Zach Izzo. And last but not least, Jake Rossi.
So I do want to extend also to extra congratulations to our seniors, Jake, Zach, John, and Kyle, as those flags teams coming in were their 4-year varsity flags. So if you just give them an extra round of applause. I also couldn't have done this season without these 3 wonderful young ladies, so I just want to, again, commend them. So our team managers here that really kind of helped me through everything, kind of, helped me figure out my first year here. I want to say thank you to Ariana. Juliana Pasaluca. And our senior manager, Samantha Haldiz. I'm now going to welcome back Doug to go ahead and go through some individual player reports.
First, we would like to recognize our scholar athletes. When I call your name, please come up to receive your medal of recognition. These medals are awarded to the players who maintain an average of 80 or above in all courses for the first semester of the school year. Dylan Backup. It's Bono time, John Bono. Evan Berkshire. Kozlowski. And Jake Kozlowski. Correct me if I'm wrong, Peter Kupchak. Albert Stormato III. Cameron Schwartz. Now time for the awards. The first award is the Sportsmanship Award. Awarded to the non-captain player who demonstrates sportsmanship, leadership, and dedication during all team practices and games. When Coach Kevin, Coach Trotter, Coach Van Dusen went through the voting, it was to no surprise that this player was voted on by his teammates. He embodies all the qualities that are found in a great leader. He was vocal and proactive in making sure the team stood together, both on and off the ice. Whether it was welcoming in the freshman class or giving the coaches the player's point of view, he always had the best interest of the team in mind. He is both humble and ambitious when called upon. It is with great pleasure that I invite Zach Izzo to come on. Awarded to the player who demonstrates an intense, consistent effort during every practice and game. When Kevin first met this player, Kevin could tell from the jump he was a fierce competitor. He took every practice and game as a means to improve his craft. He is one of those players that has a great influence on those around him. His effort and commitment to the game and to his teammates is rare, and he is a role model for a young player to emulate. It is with the honor that I introduce this year's recipient, Nicholas Izzo. Most improved player. Awarded to the player who over the course of the season demonstrates the most improvement in their individual and team performance. There were many players who took leaps in improving their game this year. However, in the eyes of his teammates and coaches, this player revamped his game in a different way. Before Kevin could blink his eyes, this player went from preseason injury to being an integral part of our roster. He is an exemplar of the phrase, practice like you never won, and perform like you never lost. This year's recipient of the most improved player is Lincoln Goetz. Rookie of the Year, awarded to the freshman or sophomore player in their first season of competition, who contributes the most to the team's success on and off the ice. This is probably the most competitive award in terms of voting this year. We were impressed with what a phenomenal freshman class we were gifted with this year. All of them played with confidence and swagger that is usually seen out of the upperclassmen. Coach can't wait to see what is in store for years to come. However, this young man stood out amongst his teammates for his maturity, dedication, and contributes on and off the ice. He stepped in and filled the gaps left from last year's graduating class. He fueled his linemates and his sophomore, and his support for the team was intoxicating. Please join me in congratulating our Rookie of the Year, Cameron Schwartz. Outstanding forward. Awards to the forward position player who contributes the most to the team's success on the ice. This year's recipient is exciting to watch every time he is on the ice. His creativity, vision, and fearlessness mirrors that of the best players in hockey. He always stepped up when the team needed him, and the legacy he has had on the program will never be forgotten. Coach is already trying to recruit him to play men's league with him after graduation. This year's recipient of the Outstanding Forward Award is your assistant captain for the last time. It's Bono time. Outstanding Defenseman, something the Devils need. Awarded to the defensive position player who contributes the most to the team's success on the ice. This player continued to grow as the season progressed. He was an anchor of our defensive core, and he flourished into a great leader. A great description for this player is that a good hockey player plays where the puck is. A great hockey player plays where the puck is going to be. He never lost a battle and plays the position how it needs to be played. This year's recipient of Outstanding Defenseman Award is Aidan Goetz. Unsung hero. Awarded to the player that is not otherwise recognized but contributes the most to the team's success on and off the ice. This year's recipient of the Unsung Hero Award won by a landslide. This is because he is the most unselfish and supportive player I have had, Coach Felice have had the pleasure of getting to know. Regardless of ice time, he always made it a point to be team-oriented and to encourage his teammates to move forward. Our team and family would have had a huge gap without him. Our success as a group can be credited to his positivity and care for everyone. Coach Felice is sad that he won't have him in the coming season. Please welcome this year's recipient of the Unsung Hero Award, Vismay Igur. The last award of the evening, Most Valuable Player. Award to the player who in all aspects on and off the ice is most valuable to the team. Our last award of the evening, I already said that, is the Most Valuable Player. When reflected on this season, there was only one thing that came to Kevin's mind when thinking about this player. Backbone. A team is only as strong as its backbone. The only thing more impressive than his play this season was his commitment to improving every aspect of the team, whether he was improving his game or pushing others to improve their own. He never let a second go to waste. He demonstrates every day what it takes to be great, and he will be the third goaltender joining Brandon Mono and Brian Nichols to be the only goaltenders to win this award. Your 2021-2022 season MVP is William Burchett. Leading scorer. Awarded to the player who accumulates the most points during the course of the season. This is another player who stood out to Kevin from day one. He came into this year with a grit and determination that was evident from the first time Kevin saw him take the ice. He proved to himself what he can accomplish when he puts his mind to it. He doesn't need recognition, even though he deserves it. I'm pretty sure his name appeared on the voting for all the awards other than Outstanding Defenseman. Your leading scorer for the 2021-2022 Monroe Falcons is the captain, Dylan Banquet. That is deserved. Please join us in congratulating Albert Sparmato, who was voted as top freshman in the state of Furthermore, we would also like to recognize our four-year varsity players. For the last time, it's Bono time, John Bono. Kyle Bono, Zachary Izzo, and Jay Cosmosky. So last year I gave a speech to the class of 2022, but like I said, the start of the season was an emotional one for me, and I was very inspired and impacted by almost everyone. So this has been in my head for a while, and I just started writing it down, so I would like to say it. A few months ago, I started reading a book written by Tim Tebow called This Is the Day. And there was a quote that stood out to me. Sometimes we just need a healthy reminder of what's important. People. And it had me thinking. We tend to chase our own success rather than appreciate the significance of the people around us. Growing up, we all had that desire to be rich and famous, but how many of us have the desire to change the world? Yes, it can be a challenge, but I believe we are all called to do that. While our own personal success brings joy to ourselves, establishing a positive impact amongst the people around us can bring peace and hope to our communities. I agree, it's easier said than done, but no one said changing the world would be easy. If we truly want the change we seek, it starts with us. It starts with someone being an example, because when one person leads, the rest follow. In his book, Tim states, "Be the example, others will follow." It starts with someone who's willing to spread the peace of forgiveness and the power of love. I want you to do everything you can to emphasize the person you dream to be. But what I truly want is for you to love everyone. Christ himself said, love your neighbor as yourself. If we want to be true followers of him, it means to love those who have hurt you, misunderstood you, or betrayed you. We are called to be significant, but most importantly, we are called to live out the good news of peace, hope, and joy. Sometimes we can be significant to someone without intention. And all of you had a significant impact during one of the toughest times in my life. On November 20th, 2021, as we're all getting ready for another season, I received a phone call that I still can't come to terms with. I was told that my best friend Michael had passed away. I wasn't myself, and to be honest, I was debating on if I should attend games this year. And it was like God was telling me I needed to. Because every time I walked inside the arena, every time I put on my headset, every time I announced a goal, the more I found myself again. The excitement and energy every single one of you brought on game day, along with showing your gratitude that I came to the games, truly made me realize how important it is to put people first. I'll never forget this season. It was an emotional one for sure. And the emotion poured out of me when Nicholas Izzo scored and I said, he scores. Monroe is going to the final, ladies and gentlemen. Monroe is home for me. From my teammates to the players I interviewed to those playing now, you all have had a special place in my heart during my time here. I conclude with this quote by Rick Warren, love leaves a legacy. How you treated other people, not your wealth or accomplishments, is the most enduring impact you can leave on earth. You truly had an impact on me this past season. From the stand, I saw nothing but love for each other. No one gave up on each other if we were trailing. You all played with fight and passion, and that was the light in my life when I needed it the most. And I am looking forward to standing here next year and present a state championship. Let's go get it, boys.
Give it up for Doug one more time. First things first, I think it's pretty clear. I have a couple phone calls to make after this about those medals and pins over there. So I'll make sure I get on that. If you didn't receive your job, I'll get to you guys in store, all right? So just as we close out tonight, I really just wanted to take the time to just give a special thanks to everyone who made this season. I would really like to recognize Angela Conover for making tonight possible. We would also like to thank Pauline Amabile, Sue Knox, Roy DeBoer, Sean Dowling, the members of the rec board, and for all of you that behind the scenes really helped make this season so good. Personally, I would like to thank all the families who came out and supported us all season. Without your commitment, adaptability, and love this season, could not have happened. It amazed me at the willingness to make sure every kid got a ride and got to the ring, and got the sport of video games. We really are a family, and you all continue to possible. So thank you for that. Lastly, I would like to take these last few minutes and commend our seniors. Seniors, it was an absolute pleasure getting to spend this year with you. You have all had such a great impact on all of us. And you have personally made me a better coach and a better individual for getting to know you. Your influence on this program will live forever. And your friendship is a bond that we will all always cherish. Congratulations for everything that you have accomplished and will accomplish. Keep being yourselves and never let go of those memories. They always say that you never forget your first week. And trust me, you guys will always have a special place in our heart. So, just for one last time, please join me in congratulating John, Kyle, Zach, Jake, and Ethan one last time. And last thing, you guys are looking for a men's team? Yeah, my name. Alright, so again, cheers to many successful seasons to come. Again, I could not be more thankful for standing here and for all of you taking a chance on me and giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm looking forward to many successful seasons to come, and if this season is any indication of what's coming in the future, trust me, well, you should be scared next year. Thank you again, and good Also, just a couple things before I forget to mention them. Tomorrow we do have a fundraiser at Four Boys from 5 to 7. So any purchases that are made at Four Boys tomorrow from 5 to 7 help contribute to the team. So if anyone's looking for some ice cream tomorrow, at Four Boys from 5 to
So just a little thank you to the coaches. So we all want to say thank you. And here's your.
coming into the season, you didn't know what to expect. But when I saw the first game, the team plays with so much fight and so much passion. You know, they could be trailing 4-0 and start a third period or second period. They find a way back to get into the game. And I think that says a lot about the system you have here. Even if they're leading a game like 5-1, they're doing everything they can to make sure they don't blow the lead. And I think that's a huge part for teams moving forward to be successful. So I think moving forward, this team, we have a lot of great young talent. This team moving forward should be projected to win another GMC championship. But I do see this team going forward and hopefully playing in the state championship and winning it. And that would be a huge accomplishment. Secondly, you're what, 23? I know you're young, so if you start off coaching a few years in high school, I can see you being a college coach, then I can see you working your way to being a juniors coach, and then hopefully one day the Devils can call you up and be like, hey, we're still lost from Mr. Clark's 20 straight years. Doug is still wasting his money on season tickets, so let's take Coach Felice to be the next Devils coach. Anyway, guys, congrats on a great season.
All right, I'm here with my former teammate, now Coach Alex Van Driesen. Coach, what do you think about your first year as a coach?
Had the time of my life, seeing what this program, where it's come from, 10 years ago to where it is now. It's just incredible. Being here and seeing all these players and what they're able to do and the skill level of them and how competitive they are with other teams in the state. How far Jerry and Tom were able to bring this program. It's just incredibly impressive. And now seeing what Kevin and Coach Strada and myself, have been able to, kind of put together here and build off what they, started. Really proud to be here. Really happy to be here. I'm thankful every day I'm able to be a part of this.
From your point of view, obviously the last 2 seasons were COVID seasons. Does this team have what it takes to go on a playoff run, whether it's GMCs or a state championship here in Monroe Township?
I think every year Monroe is going to be competitive in the GMC and have a chance of winning the GMC championship, and I think that's always something we're going to be looking forward to. And I think each year we're moving closer and to start looking, further down the line and starting to be more competitive, in the Public A tournament. And I think this year against Ridgewood, we came into that game not really knowing what to expect, thinking this is a really good team, and by the third period, I think all the guys realized this wasn't in the top 3 teams we played this year. So definitely a wake up call in the sense of we can really play with these teams. Hillsboro's second seed, we tied them, and that was a very, very close game. So the sky's the limit with this team, and I think definitely next year after that, I would expect us to be competitive in the state tournament.
All right, with assistant coach now, Alex Van Driesen. I'm Douglas K. Siravo, team reporter. James, back to you. I'm here with Coach Kevin Felice. Coach, first year in the books. Give me a reflection of it.
Listen, I came into this year not knowing what to expect, and not knowing everything about the program, and really coming in and just hearing all these good things about what Coach Minter and my predecessors kind of did to establish this program. And I came in that first day, Doug, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the team. I fell in love with the community, the family, just what they have built here. And I couldn't have been more honored to really walk into such a great situation. And I really just want to thank, my coaches and all the people that really made this season special. And, to kind of piggyback off that, the season, the play, it really kind of just spoke for itself. I came in, gave the kids a little push, and they took the season over. All the credit for, this season goes to them. I can't take credit for anything this season, Doug.
How important is the young talent that this organization has? Because you look at, even in the NHL, lots of young talent, and these teams end up going to win the Stanley Cup. You could look at the Tampa Bay Lightning as an example.
Right. That's what we seek to do, right? It's starting it from the bottom up, right? So, developing the young players, that's something that the coaches and I really kind of look forward to doing, because they are the future, and a program's really is only as bright as its future, and we got the brightest future that I can see. Like, I need sunglasses.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Doug, thank you.
Anytime. Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything this
I'm
season.
here with John Bono. John, take me through your career.
I started out I came in freshman year with high expectations, and I think I don't know. I don't know. Really. I don't know. I don't have an answer for this.
Well, like you enjoyed it?
Yeah. I mean, I
He's speechless. Let's just say that he's speechless. Opinion on the signature call? It's Bono time.
Oh, I love that. I loved hearing that every time I watch the recordings back of my goals. I hear you commentating them. I love when you say that.
All right, for the last time. It's Bono time.
It's Bono time.
All right, thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on how the production team handled this event?
I think they did a phenomenal job. We look at what the production team has done for us this past season. They've done phenomenal work. This is work that a lot of people said couldn't have been done before. And the polls say it, the ratings say it. So, they set up this event, they live streamed it, they recorded it. It's going to be live streamed at a later date, so we'll see how the ratings come out for that. But they've done a phenomenal job. We look at the work that we did, and we look at what James has been doing. Post-game shows, intermission reports. James has been one of the best directors that I have ever worked with when it comes to production. Without James, I don't know if we would have had this great production for these live stream games. So I really thank James a lot. James has done a great job. He got a loud applause tonight. Again, that's the second year in a row. So production team, phenomenal job. James, highly respected, highly intelligent. Can't thank him enough.
How do you think the coaching staff did in their first year?
I think they did good. I think there was a lot of questions that many people weren't sure of. Is this team going to compete? How are they going to perform? What's the system going to be? But this is a team that is going forward, and this is a team that can succeed. And I don't just mean winning big games in the regular season. I mean winning championships, GMC championships, state championships. So the future is bright. They got young talent, and you can't ask for anything better.
How is it catching up with their old teammate who's now coach?
Alex has done a phenomenal job. He's highly respected, highly intelligent, and we couldn't thank him enough for taking this position and leading another generation of hockey players. I played with him in roller hockey. He was a ref. I wouldn't say he was the best at reffing, but what can we do? Thank you, guys.
Mr. Siravo.
Again with the press. How you guys doing today? So we just had the banquet, one of the best banquets in the world. Any questions, feel free to ask. You all the way in the front.
Considering you've done this before many times, were you nervous?
I wouldn't say I was nervous, but you just want to make sure the point gets across when you make a speech. I wasn't really nervous. Easy stuff. That's it, one question? All right, guys, have a good one.
Mr. Siravo.
How you guys doing tonight? I just got back from the Monroe Township Falcons ice hockey banquet. It was a tremendous event, probably one of the best events in the world by far. Any questions, now's the time.
How did it go?
I thought it was great. It was phenomenal. People came together, they gathered. It was a great event.
Are you looking to anything forward next year?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of great stuff stored, bigger than better than ever before. Thank you guys. Take care. Stay safe.